We are back to the workshop build inside of a 8.5 by 24 enclosed trailer. The job today is starting the setup, which means I need a workbench right here. So I found this at the store, and I thought this is going to be perfect. If I can turn this into the base of my workbench, it's going to save me a lot of time and effort. Basically, it's a shelving unit, but it can be installed in two halves horizontally. I'm going to see what it's like.
What are we making?
Well, I think we're making a mess.
Honestly, if you're making it short,
It's going to be a shelf. Don't speak too soon.
Is this like one of those games? My corner's almost in.
So far this is going together pretty easily.
Well, don't you want to help us? Okay, then help us. I'm afraid to put my head.
Don't be afraid, it won't hurt.
So what?
Now, what I did so far was I joined these two shelves together with some bolts through here and some wooden spacers. So it's one unit now. And now I want to attach it to the wall, so I'm realizing I need a board right here. Realistically, just one here, but I don't want a gap behind it for stuff to fall down. So I'm going to put a horizontal board on the wall. And hopefully we can get this secure. Coincidentally, I have a board right here.
Drilled and ready to go.
Well, do you have any treasure?
Let me just make sure this.
I can't move it. It goes too much each time. What's going on? It's so annoying.
Okay.
Wow.
I thought that board
Let me
was
get
going to
over
go
here so
down.
that.
I thought it was going to go down lower.
No, it goes right where the countertop's going.
So here is the spacers I'm using, and these are just hole saw cutouts, 3/8 of an inch thick. And I'm going to put this behind the shelf, between the shelf and the trim, and screw the shelf to the wall. These just hold it away from the wall so that the metal isn't rubbing, and if I want to adjust the shelves aren't pinned up against the wood. Hey Maverick, I need another wooden circle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's cool.
Ashley's gonna go ahead and start on the countertop. This is gonna be our workbench counter, and it's just a birch butcher block countertop, solid birch, and we're gonna be oiling it with tung oil. Now, I was just trying to figure out how I'm gonna hook the countertop on top of this. I came up with this idea. These are extra shelf rails because this unit comes with 5 shelves. We only used 4. So I used the sides on either end and then the front and back on the front. So this would all be just one shelf. Now my idea is to attach wood to these, and then I can lay my countertop on here and basically attach it through the wood. But these metal rails are very strong, and I think they'll hold the countertop nicely. So now basically to the top of these is 1 inch from this rail to this. I'm gonna rip some 1-inch pieces of wood to put on here, and we'll be ready for the counter. I had some of this scrap decking, and I put a groove along this edge. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's a groove, and I cut it to fit. So now this is 1 inch thick decking, so this should work perfectly for this. And that little notch out that I made is to go over the top of that rail, so this is flush. So, and now I'm going to be putting screws actually through here. Can you even see this? Right here. Now I'm not going for level, I'm just going for flat with the sides. Now that I'm happy with it, we're going to take it apart. We're going to make it look better. We're starting to run out of light in here, but check this out. Doesn't that look a lot better with the wood painted red? It's not a perfect color match, but it's spray paint that we just had sitting around. Why not use it? That's gonna blend in, and now we have a surface for the countertop to mount to that I can screw up from the bottom to attach it. So the countertop should be easy to install. Also, painting those little spacers red really helped those blend away too. I didn't do the ones in the back, but I don't think those will matter. When I sized the shelves, I decided to leave it really tall on the bottom so it's easier for me to clean out, but also it's the height that a 5-gallon pail can slide under, because I have some pails that I want to store and other bulky stuff, so I left it so I could just put them on the floor. Out here, we have the countertop sitting with, you can see it's very well oiled, and we're going to let that oil soak in overnight. We're going to wipe it down later on. And that should leave us with a really durable countertop. This is tung oil. It's a hardening oil, so it's going to penetrate deep into the grain of the wood, and then it's going to harden over time over the next month or so. Now, the countertop will still get dinged and dents in it, but it will be waterproof and very durable. I'm not expecting this to be perfect by any means. We're going to be throwing our chop saw on it. We're going to be doing work on it. We're probably going to make a mess of it over time, but Looking really awesome. It's a new day and the countertop should be dry enough to put on now. Let's carry it in, see how it looks, get it attached. I am so excited to have this workbench done. Hold on. Boy, this sure is heavy.
And they so golden to do that. You know that?
Do they? I just got the top screwed down. I mean, this thing is solid. It's looking so good. I love the red. I love the wood. And now it might look a little high. It is. It's super high. I could have changed that, but I decided to leave it. Let me tell you where it's at. Just under 41 inches tall, so almost 3.5 feet tall. Now, a standard countertop in like a kitchen would be 3 feet tall, 36 inches. So this is about 5 inches taller. I decided to leave it tall because that's naturally where the shelves lie. So that's just how tall they were. It makes a good bar top height. So this is like a bar top. And it's a good working height for your arms, not when you're trying to do things that involve pushing or working downward, but up here on a workbench, I actually think it's going to be better because it'll put my saw closer to eye level so I can work comfortably and see what I'm cutting, and everything that I need to do up here is just closer and easier to work on. Now, if I wanted to shorten it, I could have cut the metal legs, but again, this just made sense for me, and also it leaves more storage space underneath. I'm going to go get some of my tool totes and start putting them in here. Now, I have these 18-inch deep tool bins that I like to sort my stuff in. I'm going to put those in here, but they're not the most efficient use of the space since these are 24-inch deep shelves. So they're like a temporary solution in here until I can find something better. But I already have them, so I'm just going to throw them in here. I'm totally happy with how this project came out, and I think I'm going to end it here. Now I have it set up just so you guys can see it kind of in action, how it's going to work. I have my chops up there, some tools and odds and ends. We got all of our bins down here, and I started putting storage underneath. I have so much stuff I got to go through and organize and bring out that we're going to add a lot to this. But that's how it's going to work. Now, don't worry. I'm not going to start cutting in here and blowing sawdust all over the room. This is just set up temporarily to give you guys a look at it. Now, the idea is that we do need dust collection in this workshop because otherwise I won't be able to breathe in here. I will be working on a dust collection system soon. I'm actually putting that together right now, getting the pieces and trying to come up with a unique system. Also, we're going to be doing more storage. I'm thinking about building some shelves for the walls. This is going to be a project in progress, so we're going to add to it as needed over time. Home Depot shelf workbench. Really happy we went this route. So easy, so quick, so strong. I love it. Looks good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll be back soon with another one. So until next time, take care.